Can you think of a place where you're going to go catch a fish real quickly and real easily, and maybe a lot of them, after a real heavy August thunderstorm? Good morning, guys and girls. August the 2nd, we're going to be looking at Titus 3:9. Stay away from those who have foolish arguments. Stay away from those who have foolish arguments. Golly. And we have this in an election year of all things. You got to remember that I wrote this book originally back in 2005. It's had a reprint or two, but that's 15 years ago. But my goodness, stay away from foolish arguments. This political season, boy, everybody could take that advice, couldn't they? Because there's a lot of foolish arguments going on. Our devotional is a little bit, as I look down here through it, and I haven't read completely through it, but as I look down here through it, we're talking about Chris's mom in this devotional, Grandma Lizzie. And we lost Grandma Lizzie a couple of years ago, but this devotional is about her, and it's kind of got some special meaning when I read it. Chris's mom is over 80 years old. Don't tell her that I told you this, because she got on to me every time I brought up her age. But she still loves to fish. As a matter of fact, she was actually down here fishing with us the day that she had a stroke, and it later took her life a couple of weeks later. And as a matter of fact, Chris and I was out painting on the house, and she said, "Oh my gosh, we got to take Mom fishing. We haven't taken her fishing this evening." And she went back in and she said, "Oh, I need some help. Something bad's happened." And she had a stroke. But the day before, she caught, I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 fish off of the pier, 40 or 50 fish. She's over 80 years old, but she still loves to fish, and she still catches her share of bass and catfish, plus more bluegill than you could ever imagine. She also loves her God and her church, and she's there helping, working, and worshiping anytime the doors are open. Really faithful about that. She knows about everything going on at Keys Baptist Church. And the amazing thing is, this is again right here, she won't argue about anything with anybody in that church. Chris says that her mom just plays dumb when someone wants to create a controversy. She just acts like she doesn't know anything about what's going on. And now you little old girls in the church know that you all know about every little old thing's going on. So she knew, but she just played dumb anytime there was a controversy. Staying out of arguments is probably the smartest thing any church member can ever do. Let me repeat that, guys and girls. Staying out of arguments is probably the smartest thing any church member could possibly do. Even arguing about what kind of bait's the best or whatever. Certainly do not argue about politics with any other church member. Let's face it. Loving and encouraging one another honors God. Arguing and tearing down is honoring Satan, is honoring the devil. So, if you're saying encouraging words, if you're saying good things, if you're speaking life to people, you're honoring God. And I've said many, many, many times, y'all heard me say it a million times, if you put God first in your life, if you honor Him in all that you do, here you're honoring Him with your words. You're honoring God. If you're arguing and tearing down someone else, you're honoring Satan. You make the call. You make the call. Here's our tip for today. Heavy, late afternoon thunderstorms, and we have them here in the South, all over the South, particularly in Florida, but we have them in Oklahoma here too. Heavy, late afternoon thunderstorms quickly move the fish into runoff areas. That's exactly right. Runoff areas. If you've got an area, you have a big heavy thunderstorm, you go to some place like right here. You see this little creek running in right here? That's just a runoff area. That's not a creek. It's not a creek. But you see right there, you have a heavy thunderstorm. Water's going to come flowing down there. It's going to come in. It's going to go right in the mouth of that little ditch. I promise you, without a doubt, several bass are going to stack up right there in that ditch. And guess what? Jimmy's going to have his Ranger boat or his tracker boat parked right out in front of that ditch, whacking a few of those. Guys and girls, have you a great time out there today. Don't argue with anybody. Speak life. Speak encouraging words. Honor God, not Satan. Remember, I love you.